Hopefully by now you're getting into the flow of how these tutorials are going to work. You're going to click your way through them, watch each one at your own pace. I promise for my part to keep them as short and brief and to the point as possible, and you should promise to keep on clicking through them and going through them and doing them as fast as you can in order. This one is about renaming, and you're going to say, whoa, I already learned how to click on something and nudge the mouse in order to rename it, and that's great for folders, but I want to show you how to rename documents this time. If you recall, we have a garbage document, and I put mine in here. Please go find your garbage document. I'm going to double click on this, double click on that. There it is. Don't double click the garbage document. If you did, that would open up in Word, and I don't want to be in Word right now. I'm going to click back out. Instead, I want to rename the document. Do the same thing, click and nudge the mouse. And in this Mac operating system, notice that the words garbage doc became selected, but the extension .docx did not change. And if I rename it, I can rename it anything I want. The critical thing here is the .doc or docx extension stayed there. When you rename a document, you've got to keep that extension on there, or else the computer might be confused as to what kind of document it is. This is particularly important on a PC, and it's easy to accidentally change that extension, and a lot of people don't realize what that extension means. That extension is a little bit of computer code that tells your computer what kind of document this is. In this case, it's a Microsoft Word document, and without that extension, sometimes the computer has no idea what it is. Rename folders all you want, but when you rename documents, make sure to leave that extension in place. Earlier, I pointed out that files are documents saved by a computer in a folder somewhere on some kind of disk. So far, we've created files in two different places. We've created this folder on the external hard drive, and then back in home, we've created other stuff. And here's all those folders there. Computers remember where things are, and therefore you need to remember where things are. Some students will launch an application, such as Microsoft Word, and just go to the recent files, or they'll use the recent feature in the Start button. And that's fine, but only if you know where those files actually are saved, or located. It's important that you understand file structure, and that's how computers save things. So, like this folder and this folder are both inside the home folder right now. But if I was to move one, take this folder and put it inside there, then it's now inside that folder. If I open up the folder, I now see the folder I placed inside of it. Then there's other places, like here's that external hard drive. Over here is where totally different stuff is, that Fred Smith garbage folder that I made earlier. So understand that when computers save documents, they save them somewhere in a place, and that's on a disk, and there could be multiple disks with multiple folders, and it's important to know which disk, which folder you save something on. General computer practice.